Welcome, travelers. Today, we're going to explore the most amazing places in Holland, a country where canals, tulips, and windmills mix with a lively and modern culture. But this won't be your usual guide. We're going to discover the 10 most visited cities in Holland, counting down from number 10 to number 1. Each place has its own story, its own charm, and its own special secrets. Come with us on this journey full of art, beautiful sights, and tastes that show what the country is all about. Stick around until the end, because the top spot will really surprise you with its mix of color, old traditions, and magic. Let the competition begin for the most amazing cities in the Netherlands. Position 10. Haarlem. Just 20 minutes from Amsterdam, Haarlem keeps its medieval charm that brought it wealth since the 13th century. Its old town is full of cobblestone streets, fancy buildings, and peaceful canals. St. Bavo's Cathedral stands out with its Gothic look and famous organ, while the Tailors Museum, the oldest in the country, mixes art, science, and fossils. The Frans Hals Museum celebrates the Dutch Golden Age with lively portraits. Plus, Haarlem has old-fashioned markets, local shops, and craft breweries like the famous Keukenhof, which is set up in an old church. In spring, the parks burst with tulips, making a colorful show. Haarlem is perfect for those who want history and peace without being too far from Amsterdam's energy. It's a great city to walk around, enjoy a coffee by the canal, and feel the real vibe of Holland. Place 9. Maastricht. Located at the southern tip of the country, Maastricht will surprise you with its elegance and European feel. Its history is reflected in monuments like the Basilica of Saint Servatius, one of the oldest churches in Holland, and the Saint Servatius Bridge, which connects the banks of the Maas River. Walking its cobblestone streets means discovering a mosaic of shops, chocolate stores, galleries, and cafes where you can try the traditional vlaai cake. With over 1,600 national monuments, it's one of the country's richest cities in terms of heritage. Plus, its lively atmosphere blends influences from Belgium and France, creating a truly special vibe. Maastricht is also famous for its music, art, and film festivals, which fill the squares with life all year round. Refined, cultural, and welcoming, this city combines the best of its medieval past with a modern energy that charms every visitor. Position 8. Eindhoven. Known as the design capital of the Netherlands, Eindhoven is all about creativity and new ideas. It started as a factory town because of the Philips company, and today it's a city that breathes technology and art. The Van Abbe Museum has one of the country's most important collections of modern art, while the Philips Museum tells the story of new inventions and modern electronics. Every October, the Dutch Design Week happens, which is a big international event that brings in thousands of creative people from all over the world. But Eindhoven isn't just about technology. Its streets are decorated with colorful murals, sculptures, and a lively nightlife. In recent years, it's become a favorite spot for young travelers who like design, cool buildings, and interactive experiences. Walking along its lit-up streets and city parks is like finding the most futuristic and surprising side of the Netherlands. Place 7. Leiden. Rembrandt's hometown mixes history, art, and a lively university vibe. Its canals, bridges, and 17th century houses take visitors back to the Dutch Golden Age. Among its treasures is the Naturalis Biodiversity Center, an amazing museum with fossils, minerals, and dinosaur skeletons. Also, check out the Hortus Botanicus, one of the oldest botanical gardens in the world, where exotic plants brought from old expeditions grow. Leiden also has one of the country's best universities, which gives it a youthful and multicultural energy. Cafes, bookstores, and markets fill its streets with life. It's a perfect city for those who love to get lost in history, science, and culture. Every corner seems to tell a story, and its balance of old traditions and new energy makes it a must-see for art and nature lovers. Position 6. Groningen. In the northern part of the country, Groningen is a lively city, full of students, and has an energy that just pulls you in. Its Martinikerk Tower gives you amazing views from up high, and the Groninger Museum is like a piece of art itself, with its bright buildings and cool modern exhibits. Bikes rule the streets here. Almost everyone uses one to get around. It makes the city feel young and really good for the environment. Groningen mixes old history with new ideas. Its canals, bars, and town squares are always buzzing with stuff happening. All year long, it has festivals for music, plays and food that bring in travelers from all over Europe. It also keeps a rich history of being a port city, which you can see in its old warehouses and buildings from the 1700s. This city is perfect for anyone looking for a real, less touristy experience, where you can feel the energy of Dutch youth and enjoy a chill, creative vibe. Place 5. Utrecht. Charming and historic, Utrecht mixes medieval history with modern comfort. Its inner canals, which are special in the country, have cafes and terraces right by the water, making for a cozy and friendly vibe. The tall Dom Tower, over 110 meters high, gives you one of the best views in all of Holland. The Centraal Museum has local art and changing shows, while the Railway Museum is super interesting for families and history buffs. Utrecht is also a university town, full of festivals, markets, and street music. It's a bit slower paced than Amsterdam, but just as beautiful and charming. Riding a bike or exploring its hidden courtyards lets you discover a city that blends old traditions, new ideas, and a warm welcome. Many people think it's the best city to live in the country, perfect for enjoying the real Dutch feel at a different speed. Position 4. The Hague. This city is full of opposites. It's fancy and diplomatic, but also laid back by the sea. Here you'll find the Peace Palace, a symbol of worldwide justice, and the Mauritshuis Museum, which has famous paintings like Vermeer's Girl with a Pearl Earring. For something different, Rotterdam shows you a tiny version of Holland's most famous spots. But The Hague isn't just about history. Its beach in Scheveningen brings in thousands of people in the summer with cafes, boardwalks, and water fun. The city mixes art, buildings, and cultural life all year with festivals and shows. Plus, its mix of diplomatic areas and new parts makes it one of Europe's most stylish cities. It's the perfect place for anyone who wants to enjoy culture, history, and the sea all in one trip. Place 3. Rotterdam. Rotterdam is like a fresh start for the Netherlands. After being destroyed in World War II, it was rebuilt into a city with bold buildings and a modern vibe. The Erasmus Bridge, with its cool futuristic design, connects the main parts of the city over the Maas River. The Markthal is an amazing indoor market that mixes great food and art in one spot. Museums like Boijmans van Beuningen and the Kunsthal show off top-notch classic and modern art. Its port, which is one of the biggest in the world, can be explored by boat to really see how huge it is. Rotterdam is full of life at night, with creative neighborhoods and skyscrapers that make an awesome skyline. It's the most cutting-edge city in the Netherlands, perfect for anyone who loves architecture, city design, and new ideas. Every visit feels like you're getting a peek into Europe's future. Position 2. Amsterdam. Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, mixes history, art, and a lively vibe that makes it one of a kind. Its 17th century canals and leaning houses are even a World Heritage Site. Among its famous museums are the Rijksmuseum, with works by Rembrandt, the Van Gogh Museum, all about the Impressionist genius, and the Anne Frank House, a touching reminder of recent history. The Jordaan and De Pijp neighborhoods are perfect for enjoying cafes, vintage shops, and all sorts of food. Boat rides on the canals give you a lovely view of the city. Amsterdam draws millions of tourists every year because it blends old and new, has lots of different cultures, and a free spirit. It's a city you can enjoy at any pace, walking, biking, or just watching life go by next to the water. Place 1. Keukenhof plus Zaanse Schans. In the top spot, we have two inseparable gems, Keukenhof and Zaanse Schans. Keukenhof, which is only open in spring, is the most famous tulip park in the world, with millions of flowers creating dreamlike landscapes. It's a natural wonder that really shows what the Netherlands is all about. Just a few miles away, Zaanse Schans brings traditional Holland back to life. Working windmills, cheese and clock workshops, and 18th century wooden houses. Together, they show the best of the country, the natural beauty of the tulips, and the handmade history of its past. Both places attract millions of visitors every year and are perfect for taking the most iconic photos of a trip to the Netherlands. Color, tradition, and realness come together here to give you the most complete experience of the country. So ends our tour of the 10 most visited cities in the Netherlands. From Haarlem's medieval history to Keukenhof's flower show, Each place has its own special feel, art, new ideas, old traditions, and a warm welcome. The Netherlands shows that even though it's small, it's super diverse. If you like this trip, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you can keep exploring Europe with us. Tell us in the comments which of these cities you'd visit first. Thanks for coming along, travelers.